it's already warmer now than we're gonna get for the next couple of days. Not this again. Morning. Welcome to Thursday. So today it is supposed to be hot and miserable. It's supposed to be close to 90 with wind gusts potentially reaching 60. That's gonna do wonders for our crops that are holding on. God, we need a freaking rain out here. But what really sucks is that wind is because of a cold front. Tomorrow's high is like 53, and Saturday is 51, and then Sunday for Easter we slowly start climbing back up. But yeah. Oh well, don't think we can change it anyways. Let's go feed some cows, shall we? Yeah, we gotta help feed today because Hector had to go get cattle. Well, we can't make the tuna do it by himself, then he'd complain all week about it. I like the scale though. It's always nice to me in the morning. Hello to you too. This will drive you nuts. It's dead calm right now, so can you guys read that scale for me? Good night. If you've been watching these videos for a little while, you'll notice, man, that ground hay pile looks different. So we have quite a few oats left over from last year. We figure we ought to start going through them a little quicker. So we start adding a little bit of oats to our ground hay mix. And oats being the fluffy thing that they are, it just makes it look like the entire pile is ground oats, even though it's only a quarter of the mix. Kicked off the feed crew. I was told to haul ass to the vet and go get some medicine because Justin's out of everything. He joked with Tuna. He goes, "You're not supposed to buy this many cattle this time of year. I don't order enough medicine for this." We got 160, I think it was, bought yesterday. Hector just got here with load number 2. He went and got one yesterday and now this one. That's unheard of this time of year. I don't know why we were able to get that much at that price, so cool. But now we're scrambling to find the medicine so we can process them all. Well, it took 2 different vets, but we finally found enough medicine. Now I'm going to spread manure. If we're lucky, today could be the last day, unless we pick up custom work or thing of another field. But it is that lovely time of year. Birds are nesting. These hoods weigh so much. So, it is absolutely crucial to pop the hood every day. Normally there's one down there. Normally one up there. I'm not seeing any. Pop these hoods every single day and look for a nest. Let's see. Tracing back to when I was a kid, we had a 4755 catch on fire from a bird nest under the cab. Able to save the tractor, but it did some damage. We had another one, and then I had the 360 that Cameron is running. Over on the left-hand side, there's an exhaust manifold similar to this guy running along here, and there's a screen around it. Well, the birds will get in between the two and build a nest. Makes it a pain in the ass to get it out because you can't get your hand in there. And I thought I had it all out. I'm going down the road and all of a sudden flames shoot out from under the hood. Gave me a freaking heart attack. Luckily the neighbor that I just kind of whipped off into his yard had a hose laying right there. I don't know if it would have burned up the tractor, but it made a hell of a little black spot on it. Alright, enough standing around talking. We got things to do. Quit distracting me. The race is on. Cameron's a little under a half pivot behind me. Can we finish our field before he gets there? Probably not. Here's the dirty little secret though that he doesn't know. He's got to rip a quarter of hay ground on this farm that we've never ripped before, so it's going to be rock hard. He's going to fall behind. So yeah, we're on the pivot. He's ripping on that one. we're spreading manure on this one, on this quarter right here. But this quarter of alfalfa is coming out. It looks pretty good when you look across it like this, but you actually get out in there, there's a lot to be desired. So we're going to tear it out, have a nice half pivot here for corn. Meaning he can rip that hay out when he rips out what I've already manured right there. All I got left is this side of the ditch. Yeah, unless I break something, he ain't catching me. And because I was dumb enough to say that thought out loud, now I'm definitely going to break something, so. Oh well. Real quick, before we go back to the manure spreader. Planter's inside. I think I showed you guys this the other day. Bart and Glenn have been working like crazy on this. Unfortunately, a week ago when Cameron and I went to get parts, we should have taken the third credit card because we needed more parts. So, I don't know what Case calls it. I'd call it like the seed boot. Protects the end of the seed tube. They're shot. See, that one's new. There's quite a bit of difference. So, we've got 15 on order. Our local Case dealer that's 60 miles away had one. So we got the one they had them order us 15 more. And then what else? I think that's the only additional hardware. The next problem is all electrical. So if you don't know, we don't have what a lot of people call cold storage, a shed like this that isn't necessarily insulated where we can park equipment inside. The only time our stuff gets under any sort of shelter is when we just pulled into one of our hay sheds. It helps, but it's not great. Well, one side effect of leaving stuff parked outside in the sunlight year round is deterioration. Glenn, thank God he's a wiring genius, because this has been a mess. Where is the cart? Here is all the wiring he fixed yesterday. Look at all these. And they're just, the coating on them is breaking from the UV light. Yeah, see that one? Look how much of that coating is missing. All that exposed wiring. So the UV light just breaks that stuff down to where it eventually becomes brittle and just falls away. Believe all those wires came from those two plugs because they had to redo the entire thing. By we I mean Bart called Case and was trying to find some parts for it. Eventually goes, well, what about just a whole new wiring harness? Is that the door? What about a whole new wiring harness? They go, well, it's on back order, which we think means they're built as ordered. Somewhere in the ballpark of several dollars. Talking like 20 or 30 bucks. You know, real expensive stuff. But yeah, so this, needless to say, has been a mess. Oh. Sensors.com. It's wrong colors. Yeah. Anywho, we'll go spread some manure in the wind, because if you can't hear, the wind is here. The pile is finally cleaned up. So I'm going to move this half mile down the road here to where I'm spreading. We've got 6-7 loads there. I'll hitchhike my way back. Good God, words are hard. Grab the spreader. So, like I said, I'm full of loads. Now we just got to get back on the other side of that yard. This would be a whole lot nicer if it wasn't so windy. Look at these guys. Hanging down to your knees. Good for you. Show off. That'll make a fella feel pretty. The only car that passed me tried to abduct me. They wanted to give me a ride. Oh, now I'm almost here. Look at this fuckface. Didn't even offer to give me a ride. I'm kidding. I didn't even ask Cameron for a ride. Whew. I'm all sweaty. Dad, take his long sleeves off. You know what? Sometimes you make poor choices in life. You gotta live with those choices. I just tend to make this one a lot. Yeah, I know I'm off target. I'm not even moving. How could I be on target? So I just got the chain running, trying to get the last couple 100 pounds out. Get this thing kind of cleaned up for the evening. We're gonna go ahead and call it a day. Good God, that fan is loud. Two things. It's a little after 4:30, so it's getting kind of quitting time anyways. That loader, to say it is out of fuel would be an understatement. That needle is bouncing off of the peg for low, empty, whatever. Once again, words are hard. Also, I've got a Farm Bureau meeting tonight, and as El Presidente, I probably need to be there for it. We're picking our scholarship recipient tonight, so it's kind of one of our more important ones. But I wasn't going to be able to get done anyways because where I needed fuel. As you can see, I still got probably 5 more loads to go. I just don't have the time for it tonight. Let's head back to the shop. Got one neighbor out here planting some alfalfa. You know, that ain't abnormal. It's that time of year. Get the alfalfa going. But then you come next door. Oh, another neighbor's planting corn. He's planting corn. Damn it! We're falling behind. That's wild considering the fact the high 2 days from now is going to be in the 40s. But the low is only going to be like 30 tomorrow night and Saturday night. And then by Sunday we're back on the rocket ship up to warm weather. Oh, I'm so jealous. Yeah, alright, we gotta have a chat real quick. So, our decalb corn seed is here. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Wow. And then I was told there's one on this side. Yeah. So that's the neighbor's corn seed. We made a deal. We'll plant his corn. He's got to plant our sunflowers. Yeah, we got sunflowers this year. So, here's the problem we're running into right now. Are you gonna stay? I'm gonna turn down my phone because it's too loud in my ear. March and April are our snowy months here in Colorado. That's our big snow builders to build our snowpack up to get ready for irrigation. We're now halfway through April and we haven't had any snow builders. Our snowpack currently has dropped all the way to 50% of average, meaning we have a lot less irrigation water potential right now. So at the start of March, we were real optimistic, you know, planting our full allotment of corn based on our production history, and that number is dropping fast. And that sucks because that gets depressing because now all of a sudden you're going, all right, we're looking at PP, we're looking at maybe some forage sorghum just to get some ground cover and some feed produced. Because of days like this, days where it's damn near 90 and the wind is blowing, just sucking the life out of your crops, and that gets to you after a while. We got a slight chance of a skiff of snow and moisture the next 2 days here. And then towards the end of next week, they're talking about another chance of moisture, but right now it's not looking promising, I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna wind up sending a lot of corn seed back, I think. Which sucks, because I don't farm to play the insurance game. I farm because I want to farm. And I hate years where we have to play the insurance game. But right now we got a lot of corn seed coming in the next couple days, or the next week. We've got 2 brands here. We've got 3 more on order. So we buy a little bit of seed from every company because we find out that works best for us. But right now I'm gonna go pregame, get ready for my meeting, so that way I can enjoy it and sit through it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. On the other side of the house over here. That was really dumb.